Did you know that the muscles you've spent years building can visibly shrink in just one day? Most people think muscle loss is a slow process that takes weeks or months. But the reality is far more shocking, and happens at a speed that would terrify any fitness enthusiast. Right now, your muscles are fighting an invisible war. Two opposing processes called muscle protein synthesis and muscle protein breakdown are battling 24 hours a day. And when this delicate balance tips even slightly, your muscle mass begins to vanish at an alarming rate. By the end of this video, you'll discover the terrifying truth about why muscles disappear so quickly and, more importantly, the exact strategies you can use to stop this devastating process before it destroys months or years of hard work. The frightening speed of muscle loss. Recent research reveals that muscle mass begins showing measurable decreases within 72 hours of stopping exercise. But here's the truly shocking part: muscle protein synthesis rates plummet dramatically in just 24 hours. Exercise physiologists have discovered that, when regularly active individuals suddenly stop training, their muscle protein synthesis can drop by up to 30% on the very first day. This isn't just a number on a chart. This means muscle fibers literally start breaking down immediately. What makes this even more terrifying is that these changes happen before you can even feel them. While it takes several days to visually notice muscle shrinkage, the biochemical destruction begins instantly and silently. 1. Cortisol, the muscle destroyer. The first reason muscles vanish so quickly is the explosive rise of cortisol, your body's stress hormone. When you suddenly stop exercising or experience extreme stress, cortisol levels skyrocket, and this hormone directly attacks your muscle proteins. Like a molecular wrecking ball, cortisol's impact on muscle is more devastating than most people realize. This hormone simultaneously shuts down protein synthesis while cranking up protein breakdown enzymes. It's like having demolition crews working around the clock to tear down the building blocks of your muscles. The abdominal and thigh muscles are particularly vulnerable to cortisol's destructive effects. This explains why these areas seem to lose definition faster than others during stressful periods or training breaks. Even more alarming is that cortisol doesn't just destroy muscle, it also suppresses the release of growth hormone and testosterone, which are essential for muscle recovery. This creates a vicious cycle where muscle loss accelerates, while your body's ability to rebuild becomes increasingly compromised. 2. Protein breakdown goes into overdrive. The second shocking reason is the rapid activation of your muscle's protein breakdown systems. Your body contains a sophisticated demolition mechanism called the ubiquitin proteasome system. And when this gets hyperactivated, muscle proteins get destroyed at frightening speed. This process works like an automated disassembly factory. Even healthy muscle proteins get tagged for destruction and are methodically torn apart 24 hours a day without rest. Bed rest or immobilization from injury causes this breakdown system to go absolutely haywire. Research shows that just one day of bed rest can triple your normal muscle protein breakdown rate. What's most disturbing is that this breakdown process targets the most important parts of your muscles first. The contractile proteins actin and myosin that generate force get demolished before anything else, which is why strength loss happens even faster than muscle size loss. 3. Blood flow cuts off muscle nutrition. The third reason is the dramatic reduction in blood flow to your muscles. When you stop exercising, the density of capillaries within your muscles begins shrinking rapidly, effectively cutting off the nutritional lifeline your muscles desperately need. Inactive muscles become like isolated islands. Reduced circulation means dramatically less delivery of amino acids, glucose, and oxygen to muscle cells. Simultaneously, the removal of toxic waste products becomes impaired, causing the muscle environment to deteriorate rapidly. The more serious problem is that decreased blood flow also suppresses satellite cell activity. These are the stem cells responsible for muscle regeneration and growth, and when their function declines, your muscle's ability to repair itself plummets. Research demonstrates that capillary density within muscles can decrease by 15% in just 48 hours after stopping exercise, leading to widespread functional decline. 4. Glycogen depletion creates a chain reaction. The fourth reason is the rapid depletion of muscle glycogen. Many people miss this crucial factor. But muscle glycogen isn't just an energy source. It plays a vital role in maintaining muscle volume and promoting protein synthesis. When you stop training or severely restrict carbohydrates, muscle glycogen depletes within 24 hours. Since each gram of glycogen binds with approximately 3 grams of water, glycogen depletion causes substantial water loss from muscles. This process is like water draining from a sponge. While the muscle itself isn't necessarily smaller, the visual volume decrease is dramatic and often mistaken for actual muscle loss. However, the more serious issue is that glycogen depletion directly suppresses muscle protein synthesis. Without adequate glycogen, the mTOR signaling pathway that controls muscle growth gets shut down, dramatically reducing new muscle protein production. This eventually leads to genuine muscle mass reduction. Hold on, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed your muscles looking smaller after just a few days off from training? Share your experience in the comments. What I'm about to reveal next will be even more shocking. 5. Chronic inflammation takes over. The fifth reason is the persistence of chronic inflammatory conditions. What most people don't realize is that lack of exercise is itself an inflammatory trigger. Regular exercise has powerful anti-inflammatory effects, and when you suddenly stop, your body reverts to an inflammatory state. Inflammatory cytokines directly promote muscle protein breakdown, while suppressing synthesis. Specifically, inflammatory mediators like TNF-alpha and Illinois 6 act directly on muscle cells to activate breakdown pathways. Even more serious is that inflammation triggers insulin resistance. Insulin is a crucial anabolic hormone for muscle protein synthesis. But when insulin resistance develops, muscle cells can't respond properly to insulin signals. This inflammatory state has a self-amplifying characteristic that worsens over time. Inflammation-induced muscle loss triggers even more inflammation, creating a destructive downward spiral. 6. Nervous system connection breaks down. The sixth reason is the deterioration of nerve-to-muscle connections. Just as important as muscle size is how efficiently your nervous system can activate those muscles. When you stop training, these neuromuscular connections rapidly weaken. Neuromuscular deterioration is like having faulty electrical wiring. Brain signals don't reach muscles properly, preventing full muscle activation. This leads to decreased muscle usage, which accelerates muscle loss even further. Research shows that neuromuscular efficiency begins declining significantly within days of stopping exercise. This happens even faster than actual muscle mass changes, which explains why strength loss is felt before visible muscle shrinkage. What's even more alarming is that this neuromuscular breakdown also affects satellite cell activity within muscles. Reduced nerve stimulation impairs the muscle's ability to regenerate itself. 7. Anabolic hormones crash. The seventh reason is the rapid decline of anabolic hormones. Exercise stimulates the release of testosterone, growth hormone, and IGF-1, which are essential for muscle growth. When you stop exercising, levels of these crucial hormones plummet quickly. Growth hormone is particularly affected because it's primarily released during sleep, and lack of exercise degrades sleep quality, further reducing growth hormone secretion. This severely impairs overnight muscle recovery and growth. Declining testosterone affects both men and women. While women have relatively lower testosterone levels, this hormone still plays an important role in muscle maintenance for both sexes. The reduction in IGF-1 is especially devastating. This hormone directly controls muscle cell growth and differentiation, and when levels drop, new muscle protein production crashes dramatically. We've explored why muscles can disappear in just 24 hours, and the specific strategies to prevent this devastating loss. Your body is far more dynamic than most people realize. responding sensitively to even small changes. But now you have the specific tools to respond effectively to these challenges. If this video revealed the shocking truth about muscle loss and gave you actionable solutions, please hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest health and fitness breakthroughs.